What is going on, everybody? Boilon here, and welcome to what's going to be the last Blogs with Boilon for 2023, honestly, because, New Year's Eve is on Sunday. So if I don't get to you guys before then, I want to wish everyone a happy New Year's and happy 2024 and what's left of this and the rest of the holidays and all of that. And I also want to give a special thanks to all of you who have been watching the channel for however long you have, whether you're a new subscriber or an old subscriber. And I'm going to give this opportunity to get you guys to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, because apparently about 40 to 50% of my viewers actually haven't subscribed to the channel. So please click that button. But today we're here to talk about the final blog of the year and what might actually be in there, the events that are going to be for the following week after this current Nightcrawler Blitzathon is over, and what to expect for the rest of the month-long event of the December milestone. So if you're ready to go, everybody, then let's boil this down. Okay. Looks like we got some news about Sunspot. I mean, obviously, I knew that his offer was going to be coming next week. And, I want to use this time to talk about some of the stuff that I've been talking about in recent videos, especially when it comes to raids and the Extreme X-Men. First of all, obviously, we're going to need the full 5-man team. That's not really up for debate. I think, if you had watched my video from the other day, I think what we're discussing is how high does the Extreme X-Men need to be built, both for free-to-play players who have lower stars and for whales, who have the big stars. And the question is, do they function where they need to be? And what's our expectations in the highest rate of incursion 2? Those are some questions that I answer in the video that I put out yesterday. So do check that out if you're interested, because honestly, I think the raid scene is going to be changing. And I think we're going to, that bar where we normally would bring characters to G15, 16, and that would be okay for simming. I don't think that's there anymore. So definitely check out that video. So let's zoom in a little bit here on the blog. And what do we got? So we got January 1st, we have the new RTA Battle Pass that's going to include Bifrost characters. That seems... We're going from Secret Defenders to Bifrost. I have all of these characters as 7-star, so I feel like they're not really adding any new characters that I need at this point in time. But it is what it is. I guess that's going to be an easy skip, at least for paying attention to that. January 2nd, Icy Extravaganza. So this is going to be the final event for the December month-long, the last chance to get any of the event currency for the event store, things like that as well. There's going to be bonus points for using Extreme X-Men in raids. We'll get to take a look at that in, hopefully the charts are here on the blog. And then Polar Power Web Milestones. Now, what's interesting about this one, in the data mines, it said that this was by spending power cores, and now it's earning alliance credits. So this one's a little bit different than what. So it does show you, assuming the blog is right, anyways, that the data mines are subject to change. Now we have the Sunspot offer coming in at January the 4th. So that's going to be next Thursday. So in about 6 days from now, we're going to see Sunspot, and we're going to see whether or not anything that I've been talking about is correct or not. Will free-to-play players be able to unlock Sunspot at 3-star, 4-star, and be able to get through the new raids without, I don't know, struggling too much? I think it's just that everyone has this expectation that boss nodes should be one-shot, and I'm not sure if that's what's going to be happening. But, we'll see. Is Boilon right? Is he not? We'll find out next week sometime. January the 5th, we have the Mutant Marvels Quick Rumble, blitzing with Uncanny X-Men. This should be pretty easy. Keep an eye out for inbox messages alerting you to character availability. That's a new way that they've kind of described this now. New Avengers will be available in these locations: Ronin, Arena, Mockingbird, Blitz, Tigra, Hard Heroes 2-3, replacing Hela, will still be available in the Villain 7-6. 3 at once. That's actually pretty good. That being said, you know what? Actually, my new Avengers are around the G16 level. If I get them to 7-star, I might consider putting a little bit more resources into them, because their power will be a little bit higher. They're not a bad team, and actually, I have T4s in them that I somewhat regret doing. But since I've already done it, I feel like maybe it might feel good to raise them up a little bit higher and use them in the various game modes. Tiger's actually pretty good. It's just I feel like a lot of these characters are they really get that much better if they have the stats and the stars on them, right? Obviously. But the stars do make a pretty big difference, and I want to just draw that back to the raids, right? Like stars do make that big of a difference. So if you only have a 3 or 4 star compared to someone who has a 6 or a 7 star, that's a pretty big difference in stats, and why somebody might struggle if you have low stars. So just keep that in mind when it comes to the Extreme X-Men. Okay, so Sunspot. We're gonna skip over the lore part. His core is available, his orb is available on January the 4th. That's gonna be after the Nightcrawler event though, so you're not gonna be able to core for Sunspot and get event credit for that unless they effed up down below, which we'll find out as well. Friday free claim, it's already there. I already claimed it, so you get 5 forged shards. Some stuff for the current event, for the Nightcrawler event that's going on right now. So let's see what's happening with this final event. Is it easy? I hope they just give us a bone, because it's after New Year's, but yeah, this Blitzathon for Nightcrawler, which runs over the back of Christmas and into New Year's, is just crazy, honestly. But hey, let's open it up. Let's see what we got. I also have my full screen here. Now, in this instance, I don't have my cam box, but that's fine, right? You guys don't need to see me. So let's see. What do we got? Let's zoom in a little bit more. Oh, wrong button. Sorry, guys. So we have all the way down to 200,000. Get over here. Spend 1 campaign energy as 4 points. Okay. Raid battles. Okay, that's fine. This is solo too. So raid battles with Extreme X-Men. Not very many. Like, you honestly probably just have to do like 1 raid battle over the course of however 6 days. This shouldn't be that hard. Nightcrawler at G17 and 18. Forge at 17 and 18. Oof. I actually do have a 17 Nightcrawler. I want to have an 18 Nightcrawler, but I just don't have the osmium to do that. And then there's going to be a web milestone, which we'll take a look at, which is earning alliance credits. It does say just flat out, they're doing a new way of showing this, that it's 24,000 total, 4,000 per day points. So, I mean, I like that they're doing like that. Some people find it a little bit confusing. Let's take a look at what's to offer. A lot of Cyclops shards and his costume, but there's like nobody else. Okay. There's a 7 red Cyclops. I mean, we already got the diamond Cyclops in the raid season, so that's going to go alongside that, I suppose. That one's probably pretty reasonable to obtain. The reason why I say that is because the Ruby Snow God, the event item, is like right there. So I'm kind of thinking that the 7 red Cyclops is probably obtainable. 250 gold promos. This stuff down here, when we get to these final kind of 4 milestones, I'm assuming is not very obtainable. My question is there any uniques in here? Do we have any goddamn uniques? Because we never got any osmium for Nightcrawler in his milestone. I was a little bit pissed off about that, because normally they add uniques into the milestone, so maybe I got a little bit carried away that they keep doing that. But it doesn't, like, I can't see anything. Can I zoom? That's everything, right? Yeah, so I don't see any uniques in here at all. In this column, phytonutrients, I don't see anything. Let me know if I missed it out in the comments down below. Looking at the augmented stuff, I see a lot of like mutant gear and stuff, mutant origin pieces, but I don't see any uniques. Not even for Cyclops, not even titanium alloy. So yeah, I don't see anything in there. So that's a little bit of a disappointment, but otherwise the event seems like it's going to be pretty easy. Of course, this event goes live on, when does it go live? January the 2nd. So on New Year's Day, I'll be putting out the event video, which is going to be on Monday. So keep an eye out for that. All right, is there anything else? So polar power, I mean, I'll just open this really quick just in case. So this one is earn alliance credits. Wow, it only requires 100 alliance credits. Like, this is literally 1 box. Like, anyone can do this. So that's good. At least they're making it super easy for us, unless that's subject to change as well. And then more opportunities to get cold hard cash. This is the last opportunity, by the way, to get cold hard cash. So this is it. And make sure you spend that. And I do want to pivot really, really quickly to the event store, because I don't know about you, but I have not been buying shards. And I haven't been buying G18s. What I have been buying is uniques. Basically, anytime I'm under 50 or it's a really good unique, I've been buying it out of here. There's enough time that I think that with enough refreshes, you'll find uniques that you can buy, because you get 5 for 2,500. And let me tell you that teal uniques are some of the most important things that you could be buying. There's a lot of characters that are going to be very important that you're going to need to get teal uniques on, and it doesn't come in very fast. So the fact that you could buy 5 at once for 2,500, even if you don't think you need it now, I would say that if you don't have a lot of them, I would buy them. Because I think it's going to be a really great opportunity for the future, and it's going to be something that you're going to need. It's just, it took a while for orange uniques to be, not needed, that we had so many of them. So I think that even into the Gear 19 period, you're still going to find that if you're maxing characters out, that you're going to run into a little bit of a problem with teal uniques. Like 65 is a lot given like the low amounts that we find in the game itself. So I would keep that in mind. I would, I bought this augmented, I don't need this right now, but I try to, for me, it's like I try to keep all my uniques like above 100, like around 100 or so for any future characters that come out. So just wanted to throw that out there. Let's get back to the blog though. Mutant Marvel's quick rumble, and that's it. It's actually a really short blog. Hopefully I'm a little bit disappointed about a few things. I'm disappointed that we have no information about Hive Mind still. Because basically by next week, which will be in the new year, that there's going to be Sunspot will already been out, and we have no news, and they're not really in the game. They haven't been updated at this point in time. So I think that's something that really needs to be talked about. Like, are they done with it? Like, time's ticking, guys, because Sunspot's going to be out next week, and then we have the Hive Mind symbiotes. The rework's not even in yet. I've actually, maybe stupid me, I don't know. We'll see. I've already actually leveled them up in advance, so I've gotten Carnage and Venom to 95. I had a lucky 2 diamond pull. So again, they haven't had their stat reworks implemented into the game yet. Obviously, we don't really know the full, depth and breadth of what's going to happen to the Hive Mind characters, but as far as I'm aware, Gwenom will be the week after, and they're not in the game yet. So there has to be like a patch like midweek next week after New Year's. My guess is like by Wednesday of next week, which will be the 3rd of January, where this is going to have to happen. There was also rumors about an X-Men rework that hasn't come to pass for the other older characters either. So I don't know if that's probably like, I'm not expecting that to happen at this point anymore. So whoever, started that rumor, I don't see it happening, but who knows? It seems like they're behind, not just because of the holidays, but because of the issues with Incursion Raid. The fact that obviously we have Incursion Raid First Strike, and then they relaunched it as Incursion Raid, the new Incursion Raid 2, and all the stuff that went along with that. I don't know, guys. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Is Scopely behind on their work? Are they just dragging their feet? When are we going to see Hive Mind? Because actually, what? To be honest, it almost doesn't matter too much, because there's been a lot of talk and discussion about the Extreme X-Men and whether or not they're up to par, right? Like, are we going to see a rework to the Extreme X-Men or not? Or is the raids designed to be as challenging or difficult as I mentioned in my video? Because I think that might be the new normal. And if that's the case, then nothing's going to be done about the team, right? And you just need to build them bigger, and that's all. Especially with the context that level 100 is still on the horizon. I strongly believe that we're going to be seeing level 100 in January. I don't think it's going to be in February until the next patch. I think they might just decide to drop it on the blog one time and say, hey, we're adding level 100 in. But the question of Hive Mind is that Hive Mind, you don't really need to build Hive Mind unless you've got, doing Incursion 2. You don't need to build Hive Mind at all until you've already built Extreme X-Men, because Bio is after Mutant, right? So unless you're getting to the Bio section, you won't actually need to have the Hive Mind built anyways. So we'll have to see how well the Extreme X-Men functions and whether or not people are happy about that next week. So that's going to be a huge discussion piece, when Sunspot comes out, when we get the opportunity to try them out, or other people get the opportunity to try them out and tell me what they think about that, and then I can relay that on a video. So that's going to be everything for me on this Friday. I hope you all have a great weekend, everyone, and once again, happy New Year's, everyone. And whatever it is that you end up doing, whether you're I might even be by myself gaming, so maybe you'll see me on Twitch, who knows. I'm not sure what my plans are yet for New Year's Eve, so that's all up in the air. So maybe you'll see me online somewhere in the internet. So that's it for me, and until next time, everybody, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Boilon signing out.